Hi everyone, today I would like to share my system here in this house since we are selling the property and moving to new location. So this could be last video of this system in this room with this setup. Probably I will carry on this setup in new house that wherever we will end up living in, but you will probably see this very same system, or maybe there may be a little different. So today I'm going to take you to a little bit of tour of my system. So as you can see, I'm using this Denon PME S611 integrated amplifier, which I dearly loved and enjoyed the sound. Really nice and engaging tonality with one mesh sound signature that it can produce with incredible amount of power, and as well as very good damping factor. So damping factor is above 600 plus, so which is it can drive pretty much everything in terms of control and drivability, as well as high current amplification that you can have for this price point. It can brings you constant 60 amp current and 240 amp instant current when it's needed. So power supply and MOSFET that they use is probably the state-of-the-art design that they use in this kind of amplifiers. I'm using step-down transformer in my setup. Probably I get cleaner power, even though I can connect directly to the wall outlet, because as you will see in the power supply circuit board, it rated for 120 volt. But I highly encourage you to go with the step down transformer, which I'm using is a 3 kVA step down transformer, ultra quiet design that you can have for a very reasonable price. I'm using with PS Audio AC 12 power cable, as well as Mogami W2549 cables in this setup. So that is the amplifier. This amplifier is so far my favorite until I run into something else for the price and performance and sound quality that I can get, basically. So my music server is Sony HAP Z1ES and upgraded to 2 terabyte storage, and then a little bit of modification inside with the isolation and noise control. And power cable I'm using is a shielded and drained single helix twisted design that I made my own. So that is the power cable that I'm using. For the USB cable, I'm using Oya Ide Class A USB cable, as well as sometimes I play directly from this music server to my system as well. So but my main digital to analog converter is Musician Audio Aquarius R2 DAC. You know, that DAC is incredible. I was using the Aquarius DAC with my JBL L100 Classic 75th. It a little bit brighter in mid-range and upper mid-range area that I experienced. Probably that's due to the cable, the built-in 9402 cable that I'm using, so that I switch it to Mogami W2549 XLRs, and the brightness is completely gone unless actual music has a bright sound signature. So that is my DAC and my amplifier and my music server. I'm also using my own design power cable on Aquarius R2 DAC, which is shielded and drained and ground and properly. Really good cable that I'm very happy and really satisfied with the results that I get with that design. And as well as my turntable, this Denon DP47F. I had this turntable for a very long time. I bought it brand new in late 90s and I still have them. I tried a few different turntables up to like $200 to $2,500 price range, and I end up keep on going back to this turntable. Sonically, it can totally go toe to toe with any record player up to $2,500 price range, since I upgraded many things, reinforced chassis and treated Dynamet all inside the cabinet, the enclosure. And then as well as I'm using this Audio Crest maglev turntable isolation footer. So those are really great. I can totally tap my cabinet or close and open the cabinet, no problem. The needle will not jump, and which is great improvement as well. I'm using Denon DL301 Mark II low output MC cartridge with my turntable. So that cartridge is I like more than DL103R. So this DL301 Mark II is so far my favorite low output MC cartridge in terms of sonic quality and accurately producing the sound that we have in records. So analog output from my turntable, I replaced the original attached cable with RCA outs. So now I'm using Vibox Audio silver RCA cables, which I can highly recommend you to try it if you love your analog rig. Solid gold silver RCA cable is incredible. When I first tried it, I thought, oh, this one is a little less in bass response. That is my initial impression, but bass quality is not less. It's more accurate and more incredibly articulate and very well response bass quality that it can produce using that solid core silver wires. So Vibox Audio solid core silver wire is highly recommended, must have for your good quality analog playback in my opinion. And the locking RCA plugs are incredible. It's super tight. And I treat it with a little bit of, this turntable. I also changed the grounding point. So I'm using old speaker binding post with the banana plugs. So that is probably every turntable should use that, because instead of that twisting and turning little knob that they come with it. And also I did change the internal wires with the Ono copper conductors, so which is totally improved the sound as well. So that is my turntable setup and my stereo setup. And for speaker wise, I still have a lot of speakers. Currently I have the this JBL L100 Classic 75th and KEF R11 towers, as well as Musician Night One speakers. That is an incredible speakers. Probably one of my favorite next to this JBL L100 for most refinement and most widest and probably the best stereo image that you can have in that price point. Okay, some people say the shipping is expensive from China, but it is going to be expensive no matter what, because if they have the distributor here, they will end up probably selling around $2,500 for a pair of them, because the quality is that good. I mean, the build quality, material quality, as good as a Dynaudio Special 40, if not better. I mean, the probably finishing quality is much better than that Dynaudio speaker, especially speaker binding post, cabinetry. It uses the HDF instead of MDF, and then that a high quality piano gloss finish with the horse eye veneer with that red color. I hope that they can make one in like a blue color or like something a little bit more neutral color. That will be incredible as well. Even like horse eye black or something, that will be something special, incredible look in my opinion. So that is a Musician Night One. So shipping is gonna be expensive. The reason is those Musician Night One speakers are made of HDF and it's pretty heavy. Each speaker weighs around 35 pounds if I remember it right, because it's all packed up for my move. So the whole package, it has a heavy duty cardboard box with the very well protected packaging. So the whole package weighs about 80 pounds. So that's gonna be very expensive shipping, especially if they ship with like DHL or UPS or FedEx, air shipment. That's gonna be pretty expensive. You will be looking around like $400 to $600 depending on where you live. Even if you have to pay for that much of a shipping, I still think this Musician Night One is better buy than Dynaudio Special 40, unless you worry about the name. But Dynaudio is owned by Chinese company anyway, so they are same thing. Musician Night One also uses the very similar parts as the Dynaudio offerings. Pretty much you save money. That's all I'm saying. So that is a Musician Night One is so far my favorite bookshelf speaker under $4,000 to $5,000 price range, because that is an incredible speaker, my friend. I'm telling you, because if you are shopping for any speakers under $5,000, you have to try Musician Night One, because you are getting incredible speaker for $1,500 plus. Let's say you pay $500 for shipping, $2,000. They worth every penny. My favorite is this JBL L175. My second favorite is the Musician Night One. My third favorite is KEF R11. Musician Night One sounded better than KEF R11. So my fourth favorite is CSS1TDX, which is a very good speaker if you built it your own. I really like the 1TDX for a little bit more forgiving sound than Musician Night One, but in terms of accuracy, sound quality, and everything, Musician Night One is so far my favorite two-way design speaker in the price range under $5,000. So my next favorite is the JBL Studio 530 for entry-level speakers. So those are the speakers that I still have, and I still enjoying them every day. One thing that I forgot to mention is the fourth place is tied between CSS1TDX and 2TDX. 2TDX is the still incredible speaker in terms of sound quality for the money. If you don't want to use subwoofer, if you only listen, then very simple setup with capable amplification that you just want to use two towers. 2TDX is you can get away without a subwoofer for most of your music listening. So those are the speakers that I have, and I immersively enjoy all of them. So I will keep on using them in my new home, and probably I will keep on featuring them in my new videos as well. So those are my few upgrade and updates that I like to share with you. I will keep you guys updated when I have a new place, and probably I will, walk you through the process of how I set up my new system or new listening space in terms of acoustically treating the room and measuring the room and this and that. So that will come in the future video. So that's it, my friend. I'm gonna take a little pause here, and then I will be coming back with more videos after summer, everything as planned. So if everything goes as a plan, so that's how I plan it. So after, probably I will be taking summer breaks and going vacation, as well as finding a new place for our family to live. So that's it, my friend. That is a little update that I like to share with you. Thank you very much for watching, and happy listening.